All right. Um, so what I think I want to do now is just do basically anything that would give me some sort of mouse interactivity. And I think that'd be pretty cool. Oh, yeah. Just looking at those... Wait. Oh, there's a bunch of leftover stuff. I ended up doing some pretty intense debugging pretty much the entire weekend. And, I hated it. A lot, but anyway. I'm not gonna deal with this triangle stuff right now. This should work just as well without it. Render restart loop equals true. What if I can just say... Nah, I'll just leave that there. Yeah, I guess I'll add this WASM file. This is part of the triangle library. Array bounds problem, I'll call it. There's a really annoying problem with like trying to get... I guess it was something to do with array boundaries, but I couldn't figure out what it was. And that ended up being super, super annoying. And this I can just get rid of for now. Great. And now... I just need to figure out how to use the mouse at all. Like in any way. Because I actually don't know any way to get the mouse moving with the canvas. Mouse move event. Maybe this is something specific to 3JS. Maybe. Let's see. I wonder, resize context menu. Oh, interesting. Function on mouse down. Switch on event.which. Case 1 is the left mouse click. Event.clientx divide by window.enter with divided times 2 minus 1. Okay, so in that case you have to do that computation on your own, I guess. Event.clientx. On document mouse down. Okay. Hey, Aquabeam, what's going on? Nice. I was actually going to... Actually, there have been a few weeks that I was planning to stream and then I ended up not doing it. And this week, I really... Latest release, I actually didn't see much of it. To be honest, I haven't been doing a ton of Manum community related stuff. Although it does mean that I'm gonna have to rebase on top of it, which will be a little annoying, but yeah, that's basically all. Yeah, but the SVG bug was incredibly frustrating. I wanted to punch a wall. So I guess, yeah, it's good that was right before a weekend. Did I not copy this? If you've written tests, that might break. I don't write tests. Please. On document, mouse down. I should probably, fix is a generous word to use there. What ended up happening is I figured out what was happening. The SVG interpreter in the current Manum community version is not correct. It doesn't handle transforms the right way. And so I ended up rewriting a small part of the interpreter that basically does exactly it like very narrowly works for the types of SVGs that the web app needs, but it can't do a lot of stuff. So yeah, but it does mean SVGs kind of work now. Does Chinese script break it? It just takes in an SVG. Oh, but you mean like, will it work for MathJax? Probably not. Like, MathJax is doing all of that code to switch it to an SVG. And I kind of doubt that works with Chinese. Oh, there's that. Use capture. Indicating that events of this type will be dispatched to the registered listener before being dispatched to any event target beneath it in the DOM tree. Indicating whether events of this type will be dispatched to the registered listener before being dispatched to any event target beneath it in the DOM tree. Events that are bubbling upward through the tree will not trigger a listener designated to use capture. Okay, well, I had false before. It's gonna take this event. Let me just, like, see what this event contains. So the function that we called whenever the specified element is delivered to the target. Common targets are element, document, and window. Oh, okay. So maybe I can do renderer.dom element or whatever it is. Okay, so we can see if that works. Nuntide does no attribute in code. Did I screw something up here? I guess I must have. Oh, that SVG is still there. Okay, great. So that like appears. As for whether you can do things with it, I'm not totally sure, actually. Let's do self.x equals x. I wish I could make this... I had a better way to make this bigger. I guess I should rotate over here. Z equals dt, something like this. Great, so it does, I guess, some stuff. Oh yeah, the event bubbling. Okay, so let me see if I... Okay, so this is working. If I click over here, let me see. Layer X, layer Y, page X, page Y. Offset X and offset Y. So if I click pretty close to here, offset X and offset Y are very small. And then if I do it here, 636 and 357, those are probably the dimensions of this thing. Yeah. Okay. So then I want to hook this up to Manum somehow. And how would I do that? I guess if the Manum scene exists. Okay, so the Manum scene is set up here. That's where it calls setup. And then after that, I want to add in this thing for the mouse event. Current animation mode, blah, 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 blah. So here's where it starts rendering. So I guess I can put it like right here. Wait, where is it set up the first time? Here, after iodide is fetched. Okay, so I think that's actually where I should put it. Okay, and this event, I'm basically going to want this to be called with probably the normalized device coordinates indexed into this canvas. That's probably what Manum cares about. So I'm just gonna put a 100 and a 200 here. And hopefully what this will do... I guess this doesn't like if I reload it for some reason. Anyway, I'm gonna definitely put the mouse down. Okay. I'll actually have to put this into the script by default. And I might have to remove it in the listener for the reloading. But anyway, I'm gonna go back to this example. Okay. I'll just print those. Yeah, I think that's all I needed to do. Great. So now, the X that I'm going to want... Oh man, I'm gonna have to do this conversion. I'll want... Okay, I just draw this out to make sure I get it right. And this is like 1920 by 1080 or something like that. And what JavaScript is giving me is basically this vector. What I want is this vector, and I want it scaled so that this is 1 by 1. So basically I'll need this distance. Which will be the width divided by 2 minus the x coordinate. So I'm going to need... Actually, is the renderer even here at this point? Not necessarily. It's not until it's mounted. So this does have to be within the on-mounted callback. I have to at least have the renderer present. But I guess that's fine. But, renderer dot DOM element. How do I get the width and the height of this? Offset width and offset height includes the border and the padding. Client height includes padding. What in the world? This is so annoying. To get the margin? I think it only has... I think its padding is 0. Luckily. Okay, I think I do client width and client height. Or in this case, I want width divided by 2. So that gives me basically this. Then I gotta subtract this, which should be the offset x. And this should give me the number of pixels separating the point from the midpoint. And that might be like either plus or minus. Yeah, I have to restart that. Also, I'm probably gonna have to set this up so that I can remove the listener. Oh, I didn't even print it. Remove the listener and re-add it when I reload this. 224. Okay, so oh, I got exactly the middle. And then it's negative, so I do want this flipped. So like that, that's the X. Then I want that scaled. And the scale ratio is gonna be times like 1 over the width. I think that's what I want. So that's what I want. But I want this to be -1 and that to be +1. So that's not quite right. I want 2 times this. Great, now that's +1, that's -1. Great, then let me make this a variable. Like this. Oh, that didn't work. And now put the 2 over there, I guess. It's a little cleaner. Great. And for the height, it's probably this a similar computation. So canvas pixel height here, then I can get the Y value. And maybe it's just this. But probably not. I think there's probably a negative sign or something. It does like switch in the middle. Wait. Yeah, this is way too small. Oh yeah, that has to be height. That has to be height. Okay, try that again. It isn't negative. Okay, well, it's always negative. Oh, maybe I shouldn't be using offset X. Do you think that'd be helpful? Okay, offset Y, pixel height divided by 2. Okay, try that one more time. Okay, so that's going to -1. And it's going to +1. So that's exactly what I want. So to this, I guess I can do. And see that mouse down. Okay. Oh, it does that automatically. Great, so now Python has access to this point. Cool. Alright, so let me try to... Oh, it's gonna have to convert this to its own... Convert this to its own space really quick. I don't think that should be a huge deal. Shouldn't be x comma y equals x multiplied by config and x radius? That might be it. I can print these. Okay, let's see if this is right. If I go... Yeah, that's right. Cool. So now, hopefully what I can do is say self.add OpenGL square move to x times right plus y times up. Okay. I am so good at programming. Can you believe how good I am at programming? Here's your tutorial going live. What I want to do is I'm gonna stream a lesson of it. Probably in like probably the weekend after this weekend. What I want to do is tweet about it and then do a stream and then hopefully upload a video about it. Now it's getting slow, I think. But I think someone's planning on posting a tweet of like the table object. Actually, I should probably just pin it, since it'll only be there for like 2 weeks. What I need to do, what I ought to do, is just do a tweet with like this and like not be broken, and then post that and like put up the info about it. But now I have to figure out why this isn't working. Oh, I know why this isn't working. Tweet out the trace back. This is part of when I was fixing the SVG render interpreter. I think. Utils svg.5.114. Because this entire file didn't exist before. I think it was like... It's been OpenGL SVG object. Generate points, and it's generate points from regular SVG object. Add SVG to file mod. Yeah, and this. If it is mscripted, I want it to do that. If it's not mscripted, basically I want this to be like... I want it like this. But if I'm lucky, I won't have to debug that. Flip across x-axis, no, that's fair. SVG path 275. So this is something that I only sometimes add to, I guess, SVG path objects. Oh, but there are things other than... Is there an OpenGL SVG path object? Okay, then I want this to make it the same. I need to go ahead and remove all the non-OpenGL stuff already. I'm gonna use the regular object names. So I was planning, well, I guess there's a progression of events. First I had to, and then they started slowly adding the proxy thing. But I had already used the OpenGL in all my code, and so I was just going to keep doing it. And then the plan was to make as many things OpenGL as I can, and then just start removing everything else. Config render equals OpenGL, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through and like just purge all the non-OpenGL stuff. Because like, I probably won't be using the community version directly too much. for a while. And so in the version I'm using, I should just like remove it all. Anyway, I should make a tweet with a video of this, but like looping the right way. Which probably means going a little faster. Okay, so if I look at the rotation here, dt, it's basically increasing this by 0.7 every time this is called, which is a 60th of a second. Or 60 times every second. Maybe I can just put 1/60 here. It's a little faster, and then just, I guess just run it for, wait, that can't be right. Oh, it's like 2 pi. So 2 times pi divided by 1. So divided by dt. Then after 60 calls, dt will have been equal to 1, so it should have gone 2 pi around. Perfect. I think I don't want dt here. I want like the sum total time that this has been called with. The MG files that would be left are surface beam object and mobject. Okay, gotcha. I'm surprised this isn't crashing or something. Okay, I need to put t equals 0 here. And say, I guess, t plus equals dt. Maybe this is what I want. T is not defined. I don't know if I'm just being really bad at math that I crashed it. That will do it. It's still going too fast. Phi plus... Isn't there a conflict of interest between owning the repo and not using NMC? Well, it's not a conflict of interest. Well, my understanding of a conflict of interest is that that'd be like if I was also working on something that that stood to gain by disadvantaging Manum community. Which I don't think I'm doing. Yeah. I mean, I'm not using it because I'll be working on the web version. And the web version will get worse if Manum CE gets worse. And they'll both be worse if I can't figure out the right rate to rotate this thing for it to happen like once in a second or whatever. Okay, so here I'm setting the position. Then I'm just doing look at. So the position, what's phi? Oh, it's getting the current position, then adding to that one. Okay, so why can't I get it 2 pi divided by... divided by 60? Okay, this looks like once per second. I think. Oh my gosh, be smaller. Okay, so now it's going once per second. Twitter video loop length. 60 seconds or shorter will automatically root, so that's plenty of time. So I can make this shorter. If I do like... It's a tad odd. I guess kind of. I mean, I'm not going to never use it. But like right now, I think the web stuff is more important. So I think if I do... Maybe just do 8 or something fairly... Okay, I think that looks decent. And I think that means 8 seconds. Now, I haven't actually generated video with Manum in a long time. So... I actually don't even know how. You just do a write to video, right? That's probably right. Nope. Yeah. Thanks. Oh, I didn't need this to review either. That's gonna make it slower, but oh well. Okay. That's not how you loop it. Is it L? Oh, I rendered it again. Wasn't trying to do that. No, loop the whole thing. Okay. Affect the video produced by moving the preview window while it's rendering. Yeah, that's pretty janky. Okay, I guess I wanted this to be twice whatever it is. And then not preview it. I mean, that makes sense that that would happen. Wait, why is it still appearing? Oh, I did do enable GUI. Maybe that does something? Feature, not a bug. Okay. Okay. So this should be 16 seconds now. It does pause a little. That like 1 frame pause. You can only even tell if you're looking for it. Wait. Did it even happen? Wait, maybe it didn't happen. I don't think it actually happened. But anyway, I'll probably tweet this video and then some information about the OpenGL tutorial. And then I'll really have to get my channel together. Okay. So this one mouse down. Fine. I want to be able to basically drag, like drag this circle. I'm sure there's a mouse drag or something like that. Is there an on drag? Don't actually do a perfect loop by default on Twitter. Okay. In that case, maybe it's not a big deal anyway. Oh, is it supposed to be a GIF? And then double the playback speed. How do you do that? First of all, I don't even know how to make a GIF. Well, I guess you can test out the help. Can we even make GIFs anymore? Okay, I guess we would save as GIF. Deprecated. Oh, now we have format GIF. But how can we double each frame? I guess I could like do something weird with a Boolean flag. Also, oh yeah, the problem is the size of the GIFs. Okay, well that didn't work. Subject render num plays. Probably a video editor or something. Yeah. But I guess it doesn't matter if I can't get it to work. Let me go to my other Manum checkout. So this one's on master. Or main. Wait, what did it say? So you overwritten by checkout, example scenes OpenGL. Okay. So now I can try doing the same thing. Well, first I'll see if I can do it at all. And I can. Then I'll see if I can write a GIF. And I guess I would if it was actually waiting. But it wasn't. Wait, is my code pushed to the... Oh, I just didn't update it, I think. Manum OpenGL tutorial.py into this directory's OpenGL tutorial. Okay, and now... Yeah, it still doesn't work. So the new goal is to fix GIF rendering. Can you create a GIF as a test? It works in Cairo. Well, I guess there's actually a decent chance it won't work at all in Cairo because I never tried to make, or in OpenGL because I never tried it. You know, what I'll probably do is just upload that video however, and then if it looks weird, it looks weird. And the user starts to drag an element. When an element is being dragged, the user's finished dragging the element. Ah, this could get unnecessarily complicated. Because I don't think I want to use drag controls. I just want to hook into the event. Controls dot add event listener, drag start and drag end. I guess I'll just try adding the event listener here. That's weird. I'll just do that or something. Well, it didn't do anything. It did work. Okay. Are you on this commit, or what commit are you on? And maybe... Oh no, it's on main. That is super annoying. I have to debug this, dude. Why? Add up to yourself.wait 16. Format GIF. List index out of range. What if that has something to do with skipping with the caching or something like that? No. Partial movie files indexed at the number of plays. That actually does sound like a caching issue. So I do begin animation. Just open movie pipe. And this is looking for file path. Partial movie files at whatever. Okay, where does partial movie files come from? Here it's empty. And it gets appended to here. Add partial movie file. Try it in WSL. Yeah. If file path is none. Hey Blake 4096, what's up? I'm just debugging some random error. The usual. So get here. This is where it calls add partial movie file. Should that add to self.partial movie files? It should. Works in WSL. Hash play. It's doing something around here. Let's see. The projection shader flags. True. It is pretty annoying. I wonder if actually, I might not even be using the latest version or the right version of Manum. It does say like that I'm using 0.4. Or I'll just check this first. Actually, just to make sure this is really clean, I might as well just clone it again. And then just clone a new one. And you can use the config file. Yeah. So you can do that. Although I've never tried doing it. So it probably doesn't work. Is the long and short of it. But maybe it does. Okay, this drag start thing is just not working. If I put draggable on it or whatever, but I don't actually want it to move. I'll restart this. You don't want to use these drag controls. And to do a custom one like this is describing. Like this is hopefully describing. You're under DOM element. So mouse down. I have that. First check when to make a CFD users press the mouse button. Because we have this, we don't have a drag. We do this by listening for a mouse down event. Then we have mouse down equals true and then mouse move. Okay, and I guess there's a mouse up. So you have to do this really manually. Watermelons. Well, inverting a binary tree isn't so difficult, so I guess I would rather do that than a lot of things. Okay, this is going to be false by default. Then on this event, put that to true. I'll take that as a compliment. Here, mouse move. And then if the mouse is down, I don't say dragging. Then on the mouse up, mouse down equals false, and that's it. Okay, so that works. Oh yeah, let's see if this writing on the bin AWAD meme. I guess I don't know the bin AWAD memes. I've seen some of his stuff. I'll copy this to here, /tutorial.py. And now, for sure, this will work. First I'll try it without GIF. And it doesn't work. Oh, I have to... okay. I'll just copy that here. And try this. Okay, and that works. And this just doesn't work. Well, I think that's about as much work as I want to put into that. I'll probably just upload a video. Instead of a GIF. Which I already have. I just don't remember where it is. Media, videos, tutorial, yeah, this. That's still a nice video. Although it might be too big or something. Actually, probably the compression will screw it up, but you know, whatever. Okay. Thanks. So now what will I want to do? Like, how will I handle this in Manum? I could do a def mouse drag. But this function wouldn't make a lot of sense. Because if you're dragging an object, it needs to know what object you're dragging. There's in the editor now. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I guess in mouse down I could like add an object to self.dragged object or something. So let me try that. Just color in the editor. Yeah. Oh, but I have to see if it intersects something. Oh, wait. And I should call them Manum scene. And here I can do manum scene.mouse up. Yeah, let me just write all of those. Up, Great. X is not defined. Oh, yeah. I should probably put this into a matrix. And that'll probably be faster than doing this computation each time. Actually, I'm not totally sure. Probably will. Oh, the dragging logic got confused too. Man. Mouse move. Oh, all of this only happens if mouse down. And this is a dragging logic. Okay. So that makes sense. So now what I have to do is in mouse down, see if you're intersecting an object. And if you are, add it to like dragged object. Then in mouse drag, I have to basically move the object. Then in mouse up, I have to remove it from dragged object. So, it's like that bounding box computation that I still don't remember that well. I probably should, but I don't. Actually, if I... Okay, so that's fine. I'm going to move this into another example. And then take out the animations. So now I render this, the circle's just here. So here, now there's a correct way to do this. The like forward thinking way to do this would be to like see if I intersect with the bounding box, which still isn't totally right since, you know, some of the circle doesn't fit the bounding box that well. But what I'm gonna do, let's say if self.circle get center. Oh wait, even these coordinates aren't converted to manum coordinates. So I'm gonna say x coord times equals let's do this. Now I have that vector from the origin to this. I can say if the length of the vector x coord, y coord 0 minus that get center. Let me call this center to mouse point. Do this. Then I want to do lineage norm. I'm expecting this to autocomplete and it won't because this is all one string. You clicked the circle. Okay. I think that'll work. X chord reference before assignment. Oh yeah, I did mess that up. Now it always thinks I clicked the circle. Oh, this. Less than circle that radius. Which I don't know if circle that radius is that correct. Also, this didn't register the backslash, right? Circle's not defined. Yeah. This just shows how much I was relying on my LSP to do stuff for me. That without it, I just, like, have errors all over the place. Anyway, this works. Maybe I need 2 backslashes or something? Okay, now that worked. Interesting. I think that needs a new line. Okay. So I click the circle, I'm gonna say object equals self.circle. And then when I'm dragging it, to do this again, y, and then x and y times that. I'll do... Actually, I shouldn't do any of this, unless the dragged object is not none. Oh yeah, I shouldn't be coding here. Coding in a text file. Well, when you're just getting started. So the X chord and the Y chord. Oh, the if. Let's get this, and then move to. Times up. Okay. You click the circle. Context lost. What does that mean? Oh, I didn't set the dragged object here. Whoops. Okay, so that works. Wait. Okay, and then here. It's a flex to code in a text editor. Great. I guess that's about as much as I can get out of that. So that's cool. I'll mark this as example 6. What I want to do is recreate what the person had here. and do it better. So basically this. And I think I can do that. Right? 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 Okay. So here's what we'll do. Light work. Indeed. Mouse down, mouse drag, mouse up. I feel like... Okay, let me see. Let's get IVEC. I don't even know for sure if all these mob checks work. To be perfectly honest. Example not defined in the module. Iodide is not defined. Well, that's a problem. Oh, I had to wait for this to load. Really, this button shouldn't even be here if it hasn't loaded yet. But that's something I would do if I was a good programmer. And I'm not. Okay, so I guess that works. It's still trying to add the circle or something like that. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. Line 17, which there are no number lines here. But here it's still referencing a circle. Okay. So just self.ivectip. Jail dot, I guess? Just shift right. Dot ivectip. Whoops. There. So I just run this. Vectors have like a buffer or something like that, don't they? Is it arrows? Oh. Maybe this is what I want. I don't know if OpenShell vector is a thing. Oh, I guess it's a thing. Perfect. And now, everywhere that says self.circle, I'm going to say self.ivectip. Is non-return. Darn, I can't drag it. Why? Does this have a radius? It must. Darn. I'm gonna print both of these. Print this. Print that. One zero zero. That's pretty small. What's the radius of this? Zero 0.08. Okay, so not the radius. Let's do like 0.1. They still, oh man, that's small. Okay, bigger than that. Okay, I think that's a little better. More comfortable. So draw. Draw is basically a global updater. Maybe I can do something as simple as... No, I can just do this on the drag. On the drag, I can move... Oh. Well, for now, I'll just say self.ivec. Let's start and end on origin, and then like the thing that gets center. Okay, okay. So all I'd have to do now is color it. Yeah, it's getting there. Looks pretty good. Speed run. It would actually be pretty cool to speed run like a visualization of something and then like see who can do it the fastest. Get like 2 or 3 community devs in here. I just realized all of this code won't be saved. That's annoying. I have to put it all here for it to get saved. It's a good thing I remembered that. Oh, and it messed up the backslash. Cool. Okay, so there's the I vector. Let's get the J. So that'll be J, that'll be J. That'll be J, that'll be J. Be blue. Should be up. There's gonna be a problem with... It will be possible to drag both of them. An R string on the Python side. I'm not sure what you mean. Because like the reason this will get wiped is because if I restart the page, all this code isn't like saved to a database or anything like that. Or I might not be understanding the backslash in your code. Oh. Wait. Okay, so this backslash is being first interpreted by JavaScript. And then pasted here. So I don't know if JavaScript has a concept of that. Maybe it does. Like a raw string, something like that. Okay, so this is I tip to the mouse point. Let's say I tip to mouse point, listen. Point forward, then drag out to this, and I'll actually I guess I'll just return after this so that the IVEC will get priority. And it won't drag both of them or anything like that. I have got to make this bigger. This text must be really small for you, because this text is small for me. Yeah, maybe that's a little better. Okay, that's a JVectip. There should be a way to like adjust the size here or something like that. Maybe one day. Okay. Dragged object none return, otherwise it does this. Dragged object I move to. Okay, now I have to see if the dragged object is the IVEC or the JVEC. If... I think I can do this, and this will compare the memory location? Maybe. And then like this is cutting off some of the code. I hate CSS. Let me split this up. It's IVEC, then IVEC that puts starting it on origin and whatever. Oh, it's JVEC puts starting it on origin and whatever. Okay. I think I have to re-render this first. Darn. Oh, this must not be working. Oh, because it's the tip. Whenever I run into a bug in this, I just assume that it's a bug in like WebAssembly or 3JS or like some deep thing in Manum. And then it's usually like not. Which is good, that it's getting to the point where some of the bugs are just small things. Okay, so if I render that, I can do that much. So now I'm going to add in grid lines. Oh, I hope I can do that. Something with the indentation. On line 9. Wait, is this using tabs? Okay, something went wrong. Oh, number plane. That must be the one. No, still something wrong. Tabs and spaces. What am I doing? I can't see which ones are tabs and which ones are spaces. I'll try putting it here. save that. Okay, well, it worked that time for some reason. Although it's way slower now, which is unfortunate. You have to find a way to speed that up. Just the presence of the plane being there slows it down. I wonder if it's trying to triangulate it on each frame or something like that. Oh well, I guess that's still good to keep there. So that I can debug why that happens. Although performance is usually a really annoying thing to debug. Okay, and then what I think I want to do, say self.grid. Yeah, self.grid. OpenGL dot. Oh, the scale matrix only. You can only do both X and Y. I guess I can just set the matrix directly. Maybe. So let me do this at first. Nah, I should have to type this. Okay, so this should do the exact same thing. And it does slowness and all. And then what I want to do is I think this. If I get both of their centers. No, I didn't want to do that. Oh, I did want to do that. IVEC. I'll say center. Will be this. JVEC center. Goes this, then replace those. This can actually be put back on one line now. Okay, so this will do the same thing. And then I think all I have to do is put IVEX center at 0. IVEX center at 1. 0, and this will be JVEX center at 0. Maybe. Great, I did it. But that performance is terrible, though. Although I'm not even sure. I guess I can actually tell how to start debugging performance. I'm gonna save this code. Since it's more likely, much more likely going to be rendering related than Vue.js or anything. I mean, I actually saw the code when it was just doing the computation and it was plenty fast, so it must be something with the rendering. Okay. And so now what I'll do is go to the performance tab here and I'll record myself playing with this. And that should tell me where the time's being taken. I just love when things get faster after you start recording. Where'd it go? Wait, where'd it go? It like started. Okay, I guess I'll try that again. It's so weird that it gets faster after I start recording. I think something has happened like this before. String.raw would work, okay. I'll switch to that after this. The controls on this are so weird. Schrodinger's performance indeed. Okay, so I go to the render loop. Function call render loop, current animation loop, apply. Is it just a lot of multiplications? Eval frame default. Pi function vector call. It looks like it's mostly not anything JavaScript related. Maybe it's like proxying the data between JavaScript and Python. But it doesn't look like it's any of the code I wrote. Either for better or for worse. Darn. Wait. I import module level object. Get attribute. Yeah, it looks like it's from sending the data over from Python to JavaScript, I think. Oh, this does actually say JS to WASM. Sounds problematic. Yeah. It's the actual rendering code. I think it's pretty much all WebAssembly. Let me see. So on each frame for rendering a vectorized object, the stroke, for example, it'll do create stroke mesh or create fill mesh. So that's what I would normally suspect would be the problem, is one of these. wonder if I can search for one of those functions. This summary is so useless. I don't know how to search with this. Oh, here's a filter. So if I go to, what was it called? Create object stroke or something? Create stroke mesh. Well, I guess the good news is that's basically nothing. Looks like it's pretty much only proxying that data. I wonder what this is. Apply. Call pi object. That must be calling the manum function. Yeah, I guess it's just doing the data conversion. What is that? Let's see, mouse down. So here, this is what it calls manum scene render. And that's going to call 2JS when it renders the stroke or the mesh. I wonder if I just ignore that for the lines or something. Since the lines aren't actually transforming in a complicated way or anything. Sounds like a good idea. Hope so. So there's the fills and there's the strokes. So here I'm gonna print the type of the sub-objects. Just so I can get a feel for how much of each one is being rendered. I think the grid is all lines. Okay, then refresh that. Also, I wonder why it would get faster if I recorded. Okay, well, it's doing it. 24 lines, then the vector dot. I guess that's what I would expect. And just to test this. Geometry.line. I'm gonna ignore the lines. From... Oh, then geometry, mana object geometry. Actually, I have to just open it. Yeah, it's object geometry. Then okay, so I'm just gonna skip rendering the lines. It's actually still slow. Why would that happen? Guess I'll have to record it again. It's just saying if the type of the subobject is a line, it just returns. Maybe this loop could be too long. But I don't think so. And then it immediately gets faster again if I record. This is gonna be something weird. Uh-oh. If this isn't frozen, okay. So most of it is the scripting time. Call pi object kwargs. If we cast array implement array function. I think this means it was some Python function, but I don't know which one. Although that doesn't really make sense, since it runs quickly locally. It must be something to do with the interface between them. I don't know what these vector calls mean. It's probably NumPy. I wonder if it's actually faster not to use NumPy. Although that actually still wouldn't make sense. Because even when I'm skipping these, even when I'm skipping the lines, it still goes slow. What if I just don't, what if I just skipped all of the strokes? Surely this would have to go fast. even this is slower. Which means maybe it's not something with a conversion. But what could those functions mean? I'm going to not add self.grid. If I don't add self.grid, it's fine. It's pretty fast. It's something about adding self.grid, but not rendering self.grid, I guess. And I can update it. If I add it and don't render it, it still gets slow. So what's happening with self.grid? Okay, I'll add it and I'll skip the rendering. And I'll skip this model matrix update, I guess. Still pretty slow. This is really strange. Unless it's the fills for some reason. I'll try skipping the fills. Same thing. Yeah, I'll have to do some more digging to figure out why this happens. It seems like it's just from adding that in, that grid. Perplexing indeed. Maybe it's from doing this hierarchical matrix business. Which is the only way model matrices would work. But those wouldn't be a huge deal. It just doesn't make that much sense, though. Okay, here's normal, quote unquote. That's a later side effect. Yeah, it could be. I wonder if there are objects, if there are Python objects I need to free or something like that. That might be the case. And why in the world would it get faster when you record it? Also, what's this line? The yellow one, is that memory? No, it says it wasn't doing memory. Yes, that's CPU. Does it run on Firefox? Yeah, it does. Though I think it goes even slower on Firefox. I'm not sure why. No, it's faster on Firefox now. It still isn't like super smooth, but it's faster. Firefox greater than Chromium. Possibly. Render compositor. Isolated web context memory. The memory seems to be fine. Actually, everything seems to be fine. The memory isn't that high. I don't know what this is, but it's not that high. Parent process. And the CPU randomly goes up to 99%, but then it goes back to normal for a long time. Looks like the deepest call stacks are from Pyodide. Let's do a flame graft. Oh, that's handy. Assuming it's doing what I think it's doing. GC runtime collect? So that's probably garbage collection. Wait, how narrow a slice is this? I'm gonna go from 2.5 seconds to 3 seconds. That's half a second. Like a bunch of it is WebAssembly. Wait, render vectors magic stroke. Okay, so that's my code. Which isn't very much, it looks like. .js. So this is converting to JavaScript. It's actually not a ton compared to the rest of this. And what's this? So this is rendering. Basically nothing I can do about that. Okay, so I think this is mostly garbage collection if I'm reading this right. I'll probably have to do more digging to figure out for sure. What's this? Stack chart. Not totally. NS refresh driver tick. I guess those are the render calls. There's a little bit I could speed up if I improved my code, but not a ton, I think. Okay. But Firefox is a little better for what that's worth. And Chrome is a lot better if you happen to be recording. If you're recording, this is like perfect. But if you stop recording, then it gets slow again. Well, right now it's doing something else, but you get the point. Okay, well, I don't know why that's happening. I have to look more into problems or like performance problems that only occur if you're recording or if you're not recording or something like that. But okay, I guess I'll raid someone for now before I go debug this for hours. There we go. I'm actually going to take another look at this, because I can see the areas where it gets red here. Long task. I think most of it is just this proxy encode. But then why would that get faster if you record? It makes no sense. Okay. And I dropped a frame. That's good. Okay, anyway, that was fun. Let's see if anyone... no one that I rated before is streaming. How about this person? Assuming they haven't been going too long. Yeah, they've been going for like an hour. Difference between regular and performance. Okay, I'll see what that's about. This problem is works fine when you record. DevTools are closed, DevTools are open. DevTools add a bunch of hooks. You run the profile, most of the hooks are temporarily disabled. Open and might not help, but might. So this basically says to close the DevTools. I guess my computer is doing some fair amount of... Oh, this is also open. It's also doing a fair amount of stuff in the background. But I don't think that generally matters too much. Oh, that is way faster. We did it. Or basically Blake did it single-handedly. Although now I'm paranoid that my thing is secretly too slow. Nice. I'm so paranoid about performance now. I wonder... It runs about the same as this. Maybe a little better, actually. There's somewhere you can run it to test, or is it all local? It's all local. This app is actually not that easy to serve. Like it's not just putting a file and you can just serve it out of a directory. There's like a few different servers to run. And I'm working on fixing that. Great. I wonder why this has extra grid lines. Okay, that was fun. I'm still gonna raid someone. Thanks a lot for Googling that. I'd have been super frustrated. So thanks for that. Okay. Fade line ratio equals 2. Okay, let me do that. Fade line ratio doesn't look like it did anything. Faded. Okay, that added more lines. Great. Okay, I'm done playing with this. But that's really neat. The whole stream helped out. That was fun. Okay, I'm rating this person. Say hi, and I'll see you guys in the next stream or Discord or whatever. We'll split the profits. Oh my god.
It is time.
I guess YouTube is still going, huh?